Hello, my friends. Dr. Mabanta. How you doing today? I was getting ready this morning, and I was listening to a podcast on my cell phone, and it was a podcast from London Real with Dr. Bruce Lipton as a guest. And it was an extraordinary conversation, and it's something that has been understood in the chiropractic community for a long time, and that is that genetics is not the sole purpose or cause of how we develop and how we express our health and our behavior. Back in the 70s, Dr. Lipton did experimentation with stem cells, showing that they can develop into different cells by putting them in different mediums, different petri dishes with different substances. And depending on which medium the cell was in, it would develop into different types of cells. So it would develop into a stomach cell or a heart cell or a liver cell. So this is way before we started to see all the experimentation and talk about stem cells. It was before we heard the science and the area of science called epigenetics. Dr. Lipton essentially single-handedly developed this whole area of study way back when he was working as a teacher in a medical school. And he, after understanding this information, could no longer teach the traditional model that genetics is the sole determining factor for how we express our health. And I'm proud to say that the chiropractic community back in the mid 80s to late 80s, embraced Dr. Lipton, and we had him speak at our state conventions. And I remember during our New York state convention, Dr. Lipton did his presentation, and we were enthralled by this understanding, because there's a concept and an understanding that in the chiropractic community we took as almost a given, that behavior, cellular activity is affected by the neurological activity, by the chemical activity of the body, and those are the determining factors. Your nutrition, your nerve impulse, your emotional and mental activity is what affects the expression and the activity of your cells. So it's just now that the scientific community is catching on and embracing. Back then, he was considered a heretic, and he was laughed at by some of the things that he was saying in terms of cellular biology. So he no longer could teach the medical students, knowing that he was teaching a false doctrine, an erroneous understanding of how cells and health is expressed. So I thought it was just a great thing. It's very inspiring to see a greater understanding of health and natural expression through our biology, through our interaction. And the point of the story is we can have an extraordinary influence on our health as individuals by the basic things like our nutrition, our activity and exercise, our thoughts and feelings, the rest that we have, and of course the structure and alignment, which affects the nervous system, which is the area that chiropractic is focused on. So we live in a great day and age right now. We can wake up in the morning and brush our teeth to the greatest minds in the world via our smartphones. So it's very exciting. It's a great time, and I just want to share that little experience. I encourage you guys to jump on with these podcasts. It's been said that you become the net effect of the 5 people you hang around the most. And now with the advancement of technology, the people you can hang around with are extraordinary scientists, captains of industry, financial wizards, health wizards. I mean, the list goes on and on in terms of the expertise and the knowledge that you can gain without having it to be filtered through mainstream media. So you're seeing a lot of the footholds of what has determined the healthcare industry, like the pharmaceutical industry, like major food industry, and you can ascertain this information at any time you want through unfiltered mediums like podcasts, like the internet, like YouTube, like Facebook. It's a great time, and so I just want to share my feelings of gratitude towards the technological community for creating these mediums, and I want to just thank you guys for hanging out and listening. I'll talk to you later. Take care.